This time on Hellfire Heroes.
Here, careful.
An injured man is trapped in his car. A freight train derails in the middle of Slave Lake.
Engineer has to stay on the train. We can't find the poop.
And firefighters wage war on flaming car fires.
Open your line, let's go.
In the untamed wilderness of Alberta, where seasonal wildfires can destroy a town in a single day. A special breed of firefighters risk their lives
One, two, three.
to serve and protect the people who live and work here.
When it's game day,
Just hit the engine part.
it's on until the last person is safe.
We got two down here.
We truly are the last line of defense for anybody that's out there.
From battling a raging home fire
Fanning up, whole thing.
to search and rescue,
Hey, bud, we're coming.
no job is too big
Second crew, on me. Let's go.
or too small.
There's a cat, no chief. A cat?
Because they're jacks of all trades
Hurry up, hurry up.
and masters of them all.
Our fire crews put their lives on the line every day.
It's all about honor, courage, dedication. Serve something greater than yourself.
MVC is short for motor vehicle collision. And on these calls, minutes can make the difference between life and death.
The trailer left disconnected on the side of the road and a vehicle rear-ended it. Caller said it looked bad.
The caller dialed 911, but didn't bother to stop and provided no information on the status of the victim.
We get a lot of drive-by 911 calls, and that to me blows my mind. You see somebody in trouble, pull over and see what's going on. Maybe you're not the right person to help them, but you're somebody. And all we need is a little more information.
What's your location there, Kim?
Volunteer veteran Duty Officer Paul McGrath is first on scene.
Yeah, I need extrication as the site for pull to the east of me, and we'll stop all traffic here.
Copy that, pull on the east side of you, extrication needed.
As the team's technical rescue lead, 26-year-old Lieutenant Patrick McConnell will take charge.
Tech rescue covers 3 disciplines for us. Rope rescue, whether it be low slope, steep slope, or high angle rescue, as well as confined space rescues.
Breaking glass.
Low-angle rope rescue includes operations on slopes up to 35 degrees, like the incline of a riverbank.
All right. Want to run that out to that beaver run?
High-angle rope rescue training focuses on steep terrain at a 65-degree angle or higher. And confined space rescue targets the recovery of individuals trapped in hard-to-access locations.
1, 2, 3.
He's gonna walk right out here. Careful.
Coots, roll helmet, Coots.
He's got her.
Since he's got his left knee is broken, but he's lying down across the seat on the other side.
Okay, so you want this door?
Yeah, take this door out of it.
Okay, perfect.
Patrick and his crew need to free an injured man from the cab of his pickup truck as fast as they can.
You never know until people go get checked out. I haven't been around very long, but I've been around long enough to know that somebody can look perfectly fine and then find out they're pretty seriously injured.
The victim slammed his 1997 pickup into a semi-trailer broken down in the middle of the road. Without the shock-absorbing design of more recent vehicles, the force of impact from a highway speed to a complete and sudden stop puts the occupants of older vehicles, like this one, at a higher risk of serious injury, including severe internal damage.
Here, I'll get started on that. Driver door, spread it.
That's why firefighters work fast to get the driver out of the truck into a hospital.
He's laying on his side, and that sucks, and you don't know what his injuries are yet. You can't really talk to him, so I think that just brings up the urgency to get in there as fast as you can, even more.
They'll stabilize the driver's neck and spine with a backboard. It'll take a few firefighters to move him onto the board, so the driver's door has to come off.
Truck was pretty caved in on the front. Of course, the body kind of shifted, so the doors were kind of pinched.
Patrick uses brute force and a Halligan bar, a forcible entry tool, to create a purchase point.
The purchase point is just the space between two metal that we make bigger so we can get things in there to open it up.
Hey, just wait. We need a window. Get a blanket.
To protect the driver from a shower of broken glass, Patrick covers him up with a blanket.
Breaking glass!
Spreaders are ready whenever you want.
Okay, Adam, give her. Yeah.
Spreaders, also known as the jaws of life, are made of solid aircraft-grade aluminum. Originally designed in the 1960s to extricate race car drivers from their wrecked cars, spreaders are now powered by fire-resistant hydraulic fluid. They can pry open crumpled steel like a tin can in a few short minutes.
Keep going, keep going. I've never seen that. Keep going. Keep going, right there. Come on. Keep going, buddy. Next one.
Almost hit Coutts.
With the door out of the way, Patrick finally gets a good look at the driver.
Yeah, he's got left leg is what he's really concerned about.
Okay, so that's the one that's closest, so...
From what I saw, he was hunched over, leaned across the front seat, and he was complaining from a lot of pain from his legs. He was pretty banged up.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to go around and put this on him?
Sure.
In many rural areas, firefighters outnumber emergency medical personnel, and Slave Lake is no exception. So Patrick and his crew step in to assist.
How you doing, man? I'm just gonna try to get a collar on you here, okay? Try not to move your neck, all right?
The victim in an extrication is hearing and seeing and feeling a whole bunch of things on top of already being in an accident.
I know you're probably fine.
Screaming in an extrication is always a good thing, and it means that you're still alive.
If his neck is broken, one wrong move could paralyze him.
Yeah, I know, it's not comfortable.
Oh, comfortable. I am hurting bad.
Firefighters don't pretend to be doctors. They just assume the worst.
I know, we're trying to get you out of here as quick as we can, okay?
And as far as Patrick's concerned, the sooner he gets the victim into an ambulance, the better his chance for recovery or survival.
We're gonna put a board on your back and get you out of here.
You're keeping them informed to help keep them calm, and then you're just chatting with them too, right? You know, and that'll tell you if they're slipping in and out of consciousness.
But it ain't gonna be fun, okay? Yeah, you betcha. It's not gonna feel too great though. Okay.
And you just be honest with them, right? There's no sense lying to people. You just, yeah, this is not gonna be fun. He was obviously in a lot of pain, and he was about to be in even more because when we move him right now, you're moving limbs.
Okay. Yeah, just 2 seconds. All right, Coutts. We're gonna roll him towards the dash so we can get this down behind his back, and then we gotta get him flat. Okay.
The victim will be secured onto a spinal board for the move. They'll gently slide the board behind and make a counterclockwise roll.
Okay, so Adam, can you get on those shoulders? All right, it's probably ain't gonna feel too good, but we're gonna get this board behind you.
Listen to me.
Just hold on.
My left shoulder's broken though. Don't touch it.
You hear that, Adam?
Yeah, I just heard that.
Yeah, give her. 1, 2, 3.
I know it's not gonna feel good, but we gotta get you out of here, sir, all right?
Let's get you turned over.
Can you work the hips too, Ryan? Because we got to roll them now.
I'll roll the hips, but I need someone to roll this underneath of them.
Okay, and then you got Logan right here. You guys got him?
Yeah.
Life over limb. It's time to make the move.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The victim is in excruciating pain, but he's trapped. They have to get him to a hospital as fast as possible.
You're almost there. Try to bring this arm right around, okay? Try to bring it up to your chest, okay?
If he's got internal injuries, he could bleed to death right here in his truck.
Just so it doesn't get caught, it needs to come up.
He had a lot of lower leg injuries, back injury. He was a hurting unit, but a very tough old guy. We're working with him, we're telling him what we're gonna do, and the guy is, okay, just wait. I'm just gonna take a breath, and then we'll move me, okay? Are you okay with that? And for me, it's like, oh, absolutely.
All right, we'll slide the board out this way on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, hang on. Let's get him centered on the board now. I got the end. Hang on, buddy.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, can we slide him up on the board now?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Wait.
He's got you. We got you guys.
1, 2, 3.
Ow, you pulled my loose arm.
Okay, he's on the board now. All right, 1, 2, 3. Nice and slow. Yeah. All right, really complaining. Needs a pillow under that left knee.
As soon as you get him down onto a board and you're sliding him out of the vehicle, that's kind of when it's like, all right, we got him.
Did you notice if there was any alcohol?
No, I didn't pick up on anything.
Patrick and his team get him out safely. Now it's up to the paramedics to rush him to the hospital.
They're working on it right now.
You know, when you first jump out, all you're worried about is how are you going to get that guy out? But then, you know, as soon as you get him on, you just take a look and you're like, ooh, man, that was a pretty good hit.
Here, we'll grab him another blanket. I'll get him another blanket. We got one in the truck. Here. Bit here for his leg. All right, we're gonna put something better under your knee.
Our job is to get that patient out into EMS's capable hands so that they can start treating that guy, right? When we get him on the board, a lot of times you got 2 guys on an ambulance crew, and if there's lots to do, well, then we're just helping, right?
Under there, is that better?
Taking you to the ambulance. You'll be in a nice warm ambulance right away here, ma'am. Just gotta drive the ambulance for them there, so both paramedics can work on them in the back.
Driving an ambulance isn't an official requirement for becoming a firefighter, but in these rural areas, it comes with the territory, and it does require a special license, one that firefighter rookie Logan happens to have.
Yeah, we can get out of here.
Yeah? All right, I'll call for my ride.
The firefighters' work is done here, and they turn the scene over to the cops.
We're not the police, so once everybody's happy and safe, anything else from us? Nope. All right, let's get out of here, because you don't know when the next thing's gonna happen.
The highways that crisscross Alberta are few and far between, so the traffic is intense, and motor vehicle collisions account for 1/3 of the calls firefighters deal with in a year.
Lots of vegetation, lots of trees, and lots of industry. It's very, very busy, very, very brisk. There's a lot of big shipments, there's a lot of industrial stuff that goes up and down it, and there's a lot of citizen traffic on it.
The traffic volume is so heavy, even fire engines are not immune to traffic accidents. Especially the older conventional trucks. They're top-heavy and can roll on impact. And that's what brings Chief Albert Bahri south of the border.
Hey, welcome to Rosenbar campus. Good to see you again, Albert. Russell, Jade.
So truck's ready?
Truck is ready, man. Truck looks great. Hopefully we met your expectations this time so we can head on back and take a look.
He's here for a final inspection on a brand new fire truck. The Yellowhead County's new custom truck has been in the works, financing, design, and building for the last 6 years.
So this is basically what the body looks like after it's finished in body fabrication. You can see it's just a raw structure. Your body is the strongest body in the industry.
The new Engine 12 body is reinforced with extruded aluminum supports, which owe their strength to their internal cross-sectional profile, created by forcing heated aluminum through a metal die. The Yellowhead County crew calls it their $1 million baby. But they won't take delivery until the chief says so.
This transfer case cooler, this has to be taken off. It's a redundant piece for us. It doesn't do anything.
Albert doesn't need a cooling device in the transfer case. On most fire engines, the pump is powered by the same drive shaft that powers the truck's axles. The transfer case is a gearbox that transfers the power from the drive shaft, which powers the truck's wheels, to the water pumps. But a cooling device has been added to the assembly. Albert doesn't need that cooling device, because up north, these cooling devices freeze in the winter.
It's so important for us to get these vehicles right before they leave here. This is the time and the place that you want to make any modifications, any changes at the factory. It's factory certified, it's factory tested, and it's factory quality. So this compartment up here,
Yeah.
that was supposed to be painted on the interior. It's called out to be painted.
Okay.
It's not.
That's a big job. You know, if there's any sort of a compromise or anything you'd be willing to work with us on this. I mean, obviously, if you need it painted, we'll paint it for you. But if there's a way that maybe we could come up with a credit or something to where we didn't have to do that, that would be great. Albert does have high expectations. We learned that with our first couple of trucks that we built with him. So he is a little bit of he does have high expectations, but that's good because that means that his trucks are exactly what he wants and he's getting exactly what he's asked for.
On the back, we had our 6 to 5s, so those were supposed to swivel and they don't. This is $1 million vehicle that's about to come to the real world. It's been a good project that's coming to the end. This vehicle has to be totally dialed in.
Wait a minute now, I think that's number 4. This list would have been a lot smaller.
This is what I'm looking for, finished product with the changes that we've asked for, you know, as they get there in time.
Albert's got a hard deadline. He promised the citizens of Yellowhead County this truck would be ready for a final test drive from the factory to Red Deer, Alberta, in just a few days. And he means it.
So it needs to be there Saturday.
Hopefully we'll be able to make the arrangements, but like I said, it's gonna be a tough go. It's gonna take time.
We have a typical vehicle full of smoke and something was burning inside the vehicle. We don't know if there's occupants inside.
It's 4 a.m.
Hurry up.
While the town of Slave Lake, Alberta peacefully sleeps, the firefighters go to work.
Duty officer 161. Looks like passenger compartment on fire, guys. Hurry up, run through it.
With no occupants and no owner in sight, this car appears to have been abandoned.
You ready with water? Yeah.
There's no time to jimmy the locks. They've got to extinguish the flames before the fire spreads to the engine compartment or the fuel tank. To Lieutenant Patrick McConnell, it looks like the fire originated in the back seat.
So, back seat ignition.
Whether it's arson or just an accident, it's a question for the police investigation.
So the vehicle looks to be stolen, so we're just going to support the RCMP doing a little bit of an investigation here.
Just took some pictures for the investigation. I'll have to do a report on it. We'll talk to the RCMP in the morning and see what kind of information they can give us based on what we know.
We're out of here.
The crew heads back to the station, hoping there's still time to get a couple hours sleep, because they've got a very special day coming up. The Alberta Fire Chief Association Conference and Trade Show at Red Deer.
This is the stuff, Coutts, that she has.
Here, fire departments from across the province come to swap stories and shop for the latest gear.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's a firefighter's playground. It's the type of event no firefighter wants to miss.
We see what's the latest and greatest stuff out there, right? From apparatus to gear, tools, it's all here.
Leather fire helmets. This is like the original badassery. I always loved them. It's pretty cool.
You're a firefighter, this is where you come to find your toys.
Oh, here it is.
This is what I came here for.
It's pretty sweet.
This rugged off-road fire truck, designed for battling wildland fires, is hard to resist.
That's awesome.
Custom built on an F-350 frame, it's got a sticker price close to $250,000.
Can we please get one?
Just the price of the tires could break the bank.
How much is one of those tires worth?
$1,000 a tire, I think, just for the rubber to replace.
This is a nice truck, man.
If the boys had an unlimited budget, they'd take all of these trucks, but they don't. Look, I got all the credit cards. They're in my pocket, so we don't have to worry about it. We're safe right now.
Yellowhead County Chief Albert Bahri is here too.
Shiny.
But he isn't window shopping. He's looking for his $1 million baby. And he just found it.
We're able to put that option in after.
Chief's happy to see that the guys at the factory pulled it off. The truck is finished and ready to go.
What do you think?
Great.
Albert likes what he sees, but there's always something else to improve.
We're gonna put the light boxes here. And then the radio chargers, that's what we're toying with now. If we put them up here, they're a crash hazard. So if you roll over, the radios are gonna fly out of them. We needed to right-size our fleet. We didn't need to downsize it, we didn't need to upsize it. We needed to right-size it based on what we do in Yellowhead County.
The Yellowhead County custom truck combines 3 types of firefighting vehicles into one. Fire protection with pump and water equipment is on the driver's side. Heavy rescue gear and vehicle extrication equipment is on the other side. The command center is inside the truck.
With the distance and space that we have inside, we've also incorporated our command desk. So we're able to, if we need to, run command out of the back of this vehicle. So back to the versatility of the truck, we can fight fires with it, we can do rescue, we can do extrication, we can run command from the back of the vehicle. It's what we asked for, it's what we built, it's impressive.
Really excited to have it. These custom chassis trucks are so much more effective to work out of. This is the ultimate for the crews. So.
Up north, a slow day at Slave Lake Fire Hall 1 is about to get real busy.
Making my mom's world-famous stroganoff. It's a secret recipe. If you put these ingredients on TV, I'll have to kill you.
Hey, we're gonna be doing a test burn or a training burn at our live fire facility on Caribou Trail.
Fire Chief Chief Coutts is starting a fire so he can assess the critical skills of his team. And lunch will have to wait.
One will have your response, single vehicle, no occupant, fully involved.
Firefighting really is all about training. We take our training very seriously and we practice like we play. So we really want to make sure that our scenarios and our training is set up so it mimics real life as closely as possible.
We're getting a few small things going off here, probably fires, but I can't get close to the trunk, so. There we go. It's gonna be pull right into where I am.
It might be a drill, but it's a live fire.
There was a few bobs there, they go again, right? I'm thinking just tires. I didn't get a look in the trunk, so definitely let's hit it from this side, push it out the back.
The car was donated for the drill by the town. And if Jamie doesn't know what's in the trunk, this training session could be as dangerous and unpredictable as the real deal.
Sean, you can see we're cooking a few leaves there, hey? So just hold the bush there.
Car fires, they create a lot of heat. You know, all these chemicals, and the smoke is really toxic and bad.
Burning batteries produce lethal hydrogen vapor. Melting seat cushions emit a deadly cyanide-based gas. And shock absorbers, struts, hatchback doors, and safety bumpers can explode and turn into dangerous projectiles.
Open your line, let's go.
Bump, take up.
Yeah, copy that. That looks good. We'll push it right through to the trunk and then
We'll shut down once we get it knocked down and grab some tools. Copy that.
It's a training session, but the fire and the hazards are the real deal. Some of the most dangerous hazards come from the shock absorbers inside the bumpers.
When you attack a car fire, you should come at it from one of the corners. If you get the tire popping or you get one of the shock absorbers for the front or anything like that, it just gives you less chance of something from the car hitting you if you go right from the corner.
But it's the stuff that no one knows about that's the most dangerous.
If an aerosol can pops, it makes everyone a little bit nervous. Was the back trunk completely full of aerosol cans, or is there just one? More importantly, is there propane cylinders or something that can really harm us?
We're gonna work on the trunk first where the fire was and then do the hood.
Once we get the pops under control and the bangs and the fire knocked down, then you can get right in there and go to work.
Hey, Sean, let's maybe work on getting yours shut down and putting a piercing nozzle on there. Lieutenant McConnell, let's have yellow shut down and put that on.
Thomas, they're gonna shut you down. They want that on.
A piercing nozzle is something that we use to get through metal in a hurry.
And once in place, it delivers a high-pressure spray of water or foam into confined spaces.
Put a bunch of water in there and slowly start to get in close and cool everything down.
Once the flames are suppressed, a thermal imaging camera is used to scan for dangerous hotspots.
Still burning underneath.
Yeah. DC just pointed out still burning underneath the vehicle. Ryan!
Hey, Ryan, check under the car. Can we get some sun, please?
On the way.
The thermal imaging camera is a good tool, but its heat sensors can be fooled by large amounts of cold water, and there's no substitute for experience.
You know, one of the toughest things about a car fire is when it burns all the way down to the fuel tank, because there's fuel in the tank.
Right on there. We got a phone.
So you don't want it to spread to the grass or anything else.
Hey, Patrick, was that fuel coming out or is that just remnants? Fuel?
A little bit.
Okay. Ah, there you go, boys. Beauty. Let's just spray the inside one more time. We'll shut down. Let's see what happens.
Well, that whole first team did a good job. Water came fast. Trucks were in the right spots. I think that we did okay.
Those pops, was it shocks or what? Yeah, aerosol. That's the money. Okay, boys, we'll shut her down. That looks good.
Firefighters of the Lesser Slave Regional Fire Service respond to emergencies within a 10,000 square kilometer territory. And tonight, this call for a motor vehicle collision involves a large, wild animal.
Got a car versus a bear. Doesn't sound like anyone's injured right now, but some leaking fluid and a dead bear. Be interesting to see what's going on, what kind of damage it did.
When Jamie arrives, his second in command is already on scene.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
It's just, you can see where the reflective posts are there?
Yeah.
The bear's like kind of laying in the middle of the road.
Okay.
Just off to the side.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Is it dead, Chief?
I would hope so.
I bet that did some damage to the car.
In Alberta, over 1,300 wildlife vehicle collisions occur every month. 85% are with deer. Bear collisions account for only 2% of wildlife collisions, because bears usually venture out of the forest only in the spring, when the high country is snowbound and food is scarce.
Look at this piece here.
The bear looks big enough to be out on his own, but Jamie's on the lookout for Mama Bear.
Well, right now we're just worried about if it's dead or not. I think it is, but
I feel a lot better when there's 5 firemen here deciding, not just me. Basically, right where I'm standing here, it's kind of right on the white line. As long as it's dead, I guess we can drag it in the bush.
You want to just cut the battery from here?
No, I just want to see for leaks, but
It's not looking too bad right now. The vehicle looks like it's just a small leak.
that cooler got thrashed around. probably all it is, so.
Small amounts of transmission and windshield washer fluids are quickly mopped up. It's time for the driver who hit the Bear Cub to pay his respects.
I feel so bad. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
That's only the second bear in 25 years.
I don't see many bears.
Not bears.
Sorry, little guy. How old do you think he was?
That's pretty young, eh?
Yeah, that's about 2-year-old.
Yeah.
The driver wasn't hurt, but unfortunately, the Bear Cub wasn't so lucky. It's part of life in these rural areas. A road crew will be called in to remove the corpse before scavengers create a roadside hazard.
So Mom's here watching.
Nah, that was probably a loner. Yeah.
Hey, guys. Get all your crew back in the truck.
And it looks like tonight is turning out to be one of those nights.
So they call 1 train derailment.
A freight train has derailed in the middle of Slave Lake.
We're not sure what we got yet.
Jamie won't know if there are any hazardous materials on the train until he gets to the site. But with 2 freight trains rolling through Slave Lake every day, servicing the local oil, gas, and forestry industries, Jamie can be sure this train is probably carrying something nasty.
For every call, everywhere, we start with the worst case scenario and work our way back. You can hope for the best, but you're planning for the worst.
This isn't Jamie's first train derail. In 2014, a train carrying sodium chloride and sulfuric acid derailed 10 kilometers east of Slave Lake and forced the evacuation of 6 area homes. Fortunately, in that incident, no one was hurt.
So a lot of dangerous goods gets hauled by rail, and nothing usually happens, but when it does, that could be a problem.
And until he knows exactly what's on this train, Jamie's not taking any chances.
Yeah, 131, just come down, second half.
When you first get to a train derailment, it's a dangerous, dangerous time.
I'm sure if the end of the train's here, I bet it's right through Slave Lake.
Jamie's first priority is to locate the train crew.
Hey, it definitely won't be that way, it'll be that way.
To find out if there's anything on the train that could pose a threat to his crew or to the community.
The engineer has to stay on the train. He's not allowed to get off.
Duty Officer Paul McGrath initiates the search for the missing train crew.
Can I get you guys to jump into your unit and go to the east? Because we haven't found a train engineer also. You guys go that way and I'll just listen for you. All right, 131's crew, let's roll.
So on the train, when it derails, there'll be the engineer who's driving it and the conductor whose job it is to take care of all of the rest of the train. And so we're always looking for the conductor. He's the one that's gonna have all the paperwork telling us what's in each car.
And until he finds him, Jamie's got no idea what he's up against.
See if you can go to that engine, see if there's a guy in that engine. If there's no one there, see if you can track him down on the other side.
My guess is he's probably on that side, jumped out, started to do his walk. He has to walk all the way through town.
Despite the heavy traffic of hazardous material along the railway tracks of Alberta, no major incident has made the national news here. Other parts of the country have not been so lucky. On July 6, 2013 at 1:15 a.m. in Lake Megantic, Quebec, a train carrying crude oil derailed and exploded in the middle of the town. "42 people died that night, and 5 more are still missing, but presumed dead. Roughly half of the downtown core was destroyed. The blaze was so intense, it took 1,000 firefighters 2 full days to contain the fire. Tonight, with the memory of Lake Megantic and a derailed train carrying potentially dangerous cargo, Jamie can't help but fear the worst.
It's a dangerous, dangerous time. In this town, there's around 56,000 rail cars a year of dangerous goods, gasoline, propane, diesel, all kinds of different chemicals. Our job's to try and find that guy, and pretty quickly,
Back on the north side of the train,
No, I might be on their side too, right?
a smoking gun stops Patrick in his tracks.
Look at this.
An axle of the wheel.
Snapped right off.
The snapped axle probably derailed the train.
If you look on the inside, you can see the damage all the way. That's from dragging the wheel. That's crazy. Look at that.
But there's another problem.
We're going to shut this down. Let's get it shut down back here.
The only way out of Slave Lake is on Highway 88 or on the Sawridge Road. The other exits are blocked.
The 1 kilometer-long train is dividing the town in half and blocking 5 major railroad crossings.
For ambulance, police, fire, that's a big deal. We need to let everybody know so that we can use the other crossings, which are all west of town.
If hazardous cargo forces a mandatory evacuation of Slave Lake, blocked railroad crossings would cause chaos. And the traffic is already backing up, creating a safety hazard for the firefighters.
What? Hey, Adam. Take my truck and go down to the end of the gravel there.
Yeah.
And block it off. We don't need any traffic coming down here.
Paul McGrath's biggest concern is a potential evacuation.
The biggest issue is moving people. It turns into a big deal here in town, especially if the main routes are blocked.
On the other side of the train, the firefighters finally find the conductor. He'd walked the length of the train, checking all the cars for damage. The good news is, there are no hazardous material spills or leaks from any of the cars, and only 1 car was damaged.
It looks mostly like grain.
When the wheel and axle snapped off, something probably punctured a hole in the bottom of the grain car. Now it's up to the train crew to isolate the damaged car and clear the blocked road crossings.
Let me know if you need any more light or anything there, buddy. Good.
Once we realized that it was grain, the tension, I guess, went away, and it's like, let's get this moving sort of thing so we can get back to sleep.
Luckily, that busted axle only poked a hole in the grain car, but it could have been a lot worse.
That's a lot better than sulfuric acid or crude oil or whatever else the train's hauling.
The people of Slave Lake will sleep safely in their beds tonight. And when this train starts moving again, the only thing that might wake them up will be a lonely whistle. About 287 kilometers to the south, a brand new $1 million truck is rolling down the highway. Heading straight to Firehall 12 in Yellowhead County.
Holy, a lot bigger.
The new Fire Engine 12 is designed by a firefighter, Chief Bahri, for his firefighters.
Getting a new truck is fairly exciting.
So many buttons to press.
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh, God, that's sweet.
I know, right?
My favorite part of this truck is the air horn. I've done a lot of driving, and sometimes, like, a lot of people have a lot of things going on in their vehicle with music and whatever else. People aren't always really good at moving out of our way, but that air horn is pretty loud.
That's gonna get people's attention.
And so, yeah, that's kind of my favorite part of this truck.
Fully involved van camper in the eastbound lane, just for soapy water.
It doesn't take long for the new wheels to hit the road. Mike Tomiak ends up in the driver's seat.
Felt pretty cool being on that truck's first call. Everybody's gonna be new to it, right? So everybody's gonna be making mistakes, fumbling around, trying to find stuff.
And everybody's, oh my God, who's gonna put the first scratch on it? I could care less. I'm excited, but at the same time, like, oh, I hope this thing works. It's rolling down the road and it's gonna get a test by fire. And there's no better way to test stuff than testing it by fire.
The call is for a camper that burst into flames by the side of the road.
Right there! I see smoke! I see lots of smoke!
It's fully lit up by the time they get to the scene.
Go, go, go!
And for Captain Corinne Grant, that's a problem.
On any kind of camper vehicle, propane is a very big risk for us because if they levy, then there's a chance of it taking us out as well.
BLEVE is an acronym for Boiling Liquid Expanding Vapor Explosion. It's what happens when a propane tank is exposed to sustained heat. The liquid gas inside will boil and vaporize. On most tanks, a safety valve opens up to release the extra pressure. But if the tank structure is still under heat, the safety valve won't be enough and the tank will explode.
Let's go, go, go!
Tanker 12 from 194th Man.
The driver witnessed a fuel leak. He was having trouble with it. He turned around to head back to town, smelled fuel, got out and looked, it was dripping, and then it lit up.
The biggest challenge with these fires is the hazard. Because it's a camper, typically they have extra fuel load, whereas a truck or a car would have gas or diesel tanks. These have propane and other hazards like that, so they'll have camping fuel cylinders and stuff.
Captain Corinne Grant's strategy is to take a careful, methodical approach.
A lot of motorhomes, the propane tanks are actually underneath the vehicle. So then it's an exposure thing. Get to that propane tank before it gets too hot.
With the blaze under control, Corinne goes on the offense.
More pressure.
We just weren't getting the penetration, so asked for a little bit more pressure just so that we could actually dig in there. There was a bunch of debris that we had to actually force the water in there to get it out.
Mike cranks up the pressure. And the $1 million truck delivers.
So right now, I'm just getting the guys flowing water, and then I'm going to start applying some foam.
Before they deploy the foam, they use spreaders to break into the camper's different compartments.
There was a lot of debris and a lot of, I'm not sure if they were clothes or papers. Then the wood front was made out of plywood, so we had to try and get that out.
As soon as that's done, Mike switches the pump from water to foam.
The foam that we carry on our trucks is a class A, B, AFFF foam. So it's meant for your ordinary combustibles like structure fires. It's also meant for hydrocarbon fires like vehicle fires and such.
Firefighting foam is designed to cool the fire, coat the fuel, and starve the flames of oxygen.
Right now, I'm just grabbing our decon kit so I can get everything set up so we can decontaminate our firefighters after they were fighting this fire.
Many materials used in vehicle construction, like upholstery and various plastics, release highly toxic and carcinogenic agents when they burn.
What we do is industrial decon process to remove any contaminants because they have things like hydrogen cyanide, different chemicals they'll get on them. They're byproducts of a fire. So one of the issues with firefighting today is our cancer rates are going through the roof. This is a cancer reduction strategy to try to reduce those or limit our exposure.
With the fire under control, the crew reopens the highway.
A tow company is going to come, load it up, haul it to the yard, and we'll probably do our final fire investigation at the actual tow yard.
And while the crew wraps up and heads back to Firehall with the newest engine on their fleet, Chief Bahri thinks his $1 million baby is worth every penny.
We built this truck to be rugged, we built it to do multiple jobs, and we built it to respond hard and fast to calls. Get in, get your job done, and get out. And the truck did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Next time on Hellfire Heroes. A quad drops down a 10-foot ditch.
Oh, man. It's stolen?
Yeah.
A welder's truck catches fire.
Move up.
We've got some good fire going.
You got magnesium burning in there as well. Watch it.
A child trapped in a creek
Hey, bud, we're coming. Hang on there.
puts Jamie on edge.
I'll get your heart going every time.